Alright, we are looking here at a brand new landscape for digital assets. If you thought the drama was over, think again. Crypto researcher Smoke just dropped a documented comparison that puts XRP right at the center of the global regulatory stage. We are not just talking about tweets and rumors anymore. We are talking about actual policy shifts in the United States that are creating a positive momentum for XRP that we have not seen in years. In this video, we are breaking down a head-to-head comparison between XRP, Hedera or HBAR, and the XDC network. The title of our news says, here, CLARITY Act is a positive momentum for XRP, according to a new document. Now, XRP, Hedera, or HBAR, and the XDC network, each of these coins is fighting for the same goal. That's total enterprise adoption. But as you will see in this report, XRP has some unique unfair advantages thanks to the CLARITY Act and some major moves by the New York Department of Financial Services. So, let's start with our very first question about this RLUSD and the NYDFS give XRP the ultimate legal shield. According to Smoke's latest visual here, one of the biggest drivers for XRP right now is the regulation of RLUSD. This is not just another stable coin. It is regulated by the New York Department of Financial Services, or the NYDFS. That is one of the toughest regulators on the planet. In my own personal opinion, for me as a trader, and the NYDFS stamp of approval is like a golden ticket. It tells the big banks that Ripple is playing by the rules. While other networks are still trying to figure out their stablecoin strategy, XRP already has RLUSD and AUDD, the Australian dollar stablecoin, live on the ledger. In my own opinion, this regulated liquidity is what will finally force the $2 price level to break. You can't have institutional settlement without regulated money, and XRP has it. The next question is Hedera's governing council a better model for enterprise trust? This report also looks at Hedera, or HBAR. Their big flex is the governing council. Names like Google, IBM, and Dell. They also have native ISO 222 compatibility, which is the language of modern banking. So in my own personal opinion, I've always respected Hedera's corporate approach. It feels very safe for a CEO. However, I think the governing council model is a bit slower than the decentralized nature of the XRP ledger. Hedera is great for governance infrastructure, but when it comes to raw payment speed and bridge currency utility, XRP still feels like the more aggressive, faster-moving asset. If you are looking for stability, HBAR is great. But if you are looking for that explosive utility this 2026, my eyes are still on XRP. The next question is, can the XDC network win the trade finance war in Asia? So next is SDC. Smoke points out that XDC is winning in Asia, specifically in Hong Kong. They are compliant with the model law on electronic transferable records, or MLETR, and are focused heavily on tokenizing real-world assets and trade finance. In my own personal opinion, XDC is the sleeper in this group. They are carving out a massive niche in trade finance that should not be ignored. While XRP is the bridge currency for banks, XDC is becoming the paperwork blockchain for global trade. So my take is that there is room for both. But because XRP is more tied to the US CLARITY Act, it has higher viral potential for a price breakout compared to the steady, quiet growth of XDC. Now, will the May 21st Senate deadline be the make or break moment for XRP? We just got word that Senator Tom Tellis is pushing to schedule the CLARITY Act markup before the Memorial Day recess on May 21st. This law would officially classify XRP as a digital commodity. So in my own personal opinion, this is the end game. If the Senate Banking Committee clears this bill this month, the securities argument is dead and buried. This is the positive momentum Smoke is talking about. It is documented because the legal path is now clear. I believe that May is the most important month of the year for XRP. If we get that markup date, we could see a decoupling event where XRP leaves the rest of the market behind. The next question is real usage more important than regulatory news? A community member here named Glenn Laborda recently said that usage itself represents positive momentum. He's talking about the RLUSD settlements, like the $59 million settlement that happened on the XRPL just a few days ago for a fee of practically zero. In my own opinion, Glenn is 100% right. We can talk about laws and senators all day, but nobody is using the network. The coin is worthless. So, I mean, if nobody is using the network, the coin is worthless. The fact that we are seeing million-dollar settlements moving across the ledger right now is the real alpha. This usage creates a buy pressure for XRP as a gas and bridge asset. To me, the CLARITY Act is just the permission slip that allows the floodgates of usage to open fully. So, our final question is, what is the projected direction for XRP or XRPL heading into this late 2024? The Smoke report projects that XRP will be the hub for payments, stablecoins, and DeFi yields by the end of this year. So, in my own personal opinion, I am extremely bullish on the DeFi yield part of that projection. We've been waiting for the AMM, or the Automated Market Maker and Lending Protocols, to really take off. Once institutional investors feel safe because of the CLARITY Act, they will start staking or providing liquidity for XRP to earn yield. This removes XRP from the circulating supply, creating a supply shock. So my strategy for the rest of this 2026 is simple. Watch the usage, ignore the FUD, and follow the CLARITY Act. Overall, this comparison shows that we are not just in a meme coin market anymore. We are in an enterprise blockchain market. Whether it is XRP's payments, Hedera's governance, or XDC's trade finance, the 2026 direction is clear. Regulation is coming, and it's a massive tailwind for XRP. So we need to stay focused on the documented facts, not the assumption hype. And this finally ends our video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you on the next one.